Hey there everybody, this is Mr. Lewis and today's video is all about the studio. Come with me and let's take a quick tour. As you probably noticed your first day, we've got large work tables instead of small individual desks, and underneath the tables are some of our larger lockers. Towards the back of the room, we've got other types of lockers, ones with open air grates to let your projects dry. And we've also got lockers with large doors on them and lots of storage space. For those of you that get into wheel throwing, we've got the damp box as some temporary storage. You can keep your projects in here without putting them in a bag. It's pretty cool. On this side of the studio, we've got one of the sinks that we use to clean tools and wash hands. In this studio, we try to be conservative and sustainable, so sometimes we use hand towels. You can find those as well as other things like water buckets in the cabinets above. Underneath the countertop, we've got lots of tools in drawers, sponges, paint brushes, all sorts of things that you will need throughout the semester can be found here. On the other side of the studio is another sink. This one's for hand washing only, and if you don't like using towels, you can use a paper towel. We've got a bookshelf as well. In between the sink and the bookshelf is the teacher's office, so if there's ever an issue that you need to discuss with me, we can step in here and have a private meeting. In this same area, we can find the whiteboard where you can discover important information about what's going on in the studio and have access to a few extra tools you might need. If you need to sharpen any of the pencils you use, we've got a pencil sharpener on the left side of the bookshelf right below where we keep our hall pass. So this is what you need to get excused to use the restroom. Next to the teacher podium where I keep my computer, you can find the wedging table. That's where clay and bags are kept to store your artwork. And beyond that, right next to me is where you can find an extra set of important tools. Moving closer to the window, we've got the wheel area. This is where you can find 10 of the wheels that we're going to use to practice pottery. These spin and allow you to shape the clay. And posted in the window area, I've got some diagrams that help you remember the steps in the action of wheel throwing. No matter if you're wheel throwing or not, we've got a location where you can put your dried, used up clay so we can recycle it. It's called the slop bucket. Let's keep the tour going. These blue rolling carts over here on the left side of the studio are intended for the different stages that your clay projects will go through. And in the corner, kind of tucked away, we've got a slab rolling table and the pug mill. These machines help us make lots of amazing things. Tucked away in the other corner by the window, we've got slip casting molds, foam pieces to protect your artwork, wear boards that help you store your artwork safely, banding wheels, clay cookie cutters, and slab molds that are used to drape the clay over and give the clay a shape. Besides the slab rolling table, we've got a cabinet full of helpful tools like rolling pins, canvas, guide sticks to keep the clay certain thicknesses. Just open each drawer and find the tools that you need. Moving through this door will take us to the kiln room. That's where you can find glaze, underglaze, the kilns that we use to fire the clay, and that's where you put your projects when they're ready to be fired at different stages. This is called the cage. This is where we put clay that is unfired. You would normally think of this as like a location for your projects to finish drying before they're ready to load into the kiln for the first time. Speaking of the kiln room, that's where we've got an emergency exit, and this is what we would exit through when we were to do a fire drill. We would walk all the way down the sidewalk and line up there by the edge of the parking lot. If you're with me during a tornado drill, we would walk across the hallway and seek shelter in either Mr. Gorley's room or Mr. Brown's room. Last but not least, there is the lockdown or lockout drill that we might have to experience. Hopefully it never happens, but we'll be prepared if it does. I close the door, lock the door, and make sure that the window is blocked so nobody can see in the classroom. I'll turn the lights off and we'll probably even try to seek a little bit of shelter over in the corner. Thanks for watching this video on the studio tour and safety drills. Have a great day.